There's a battle raging inside you, a battle between who you are and who you could become. The weak part of you clings to comfort, drowning in self-pity, anger, and fear. It reacts instead of acting. It is ruled by emotions, dragged in all directions by impulses and desires. It is fragile, and as long as you let this part of you take control, you will never be free. But deep within, there is another side, one that remains unmoved by chaos, indifferent to praise or insult, and untouched by fear. This is the unbreakable version of you, the version that understands that pain, struggle, and hardship are not obstacles but fuel for transformation. The version that chooses discipline over comfort, reason over emotion, and mastery over weakness. Most people live their entire lives shackled by their thoughts, unaware that they are their own worst enemy. They react blindly, ruled by passions, slaves to their own minds. But the truth is simple. You can change your mind, and by doing so, you can change your life. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Today, we will uncover the true process of transforming your mind and becoming unbreakable. We will go beyond surface-level motivation and into the depths of an ancient philosophy that has been forged in fire, Stoicism. If you are ready to conquer your emotions, take control of your fate, and emerge stronger than ever, then listen carefully, because this is where your transformation begins. Number 1. Master your emotions or be ruled by them. Most people believe they are in control of their minds, but watch them closely. See how anger flares up at the slightest insult, how fear paralyzes them when uncertainty strikes, how sadness turns into self-pity and weakness. These people are not masters of their emotions, they are slaves. To transform your life, you must first conquer the battlefield within. This is the core of Stoicism, learning to detach from destructive emotions instead of letting them dictate your actions. The moment you lose control of yourself, you give the world the power to break you. But when you rise above fleeting emotions, you become untouchable. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics did not suppress emotions. They understood them. They recognized that anger, fear, and sadness are natural, but indulging in them is a choice. Seneca warned against rage, calling it temporary madness. Epictetus taught that fear is born from attachment, from the illusion that we can control what happens to us. This is the first step in becoming unbreakable. Observe your emotions without acting on them. When anger rises, let it pass like a cloud in the sky. When fear whispers in your ear, challenge it with reason. When sadness pulls you down, refuse to sink. Acknowledge it, then move forward. The world will test you. People will provoke you, circumstances will shake you, but none of it matters unless you allow it to. Your mind is yours to control. Seize it. Number 2, detach from what you cannot control. Most people suffer not because of what happens to them, but because of their resistance to it. They rage against misfortune, lament lost opportunities, and fear outcomes they cannot change. This is the very essence of weakness. Wasting energy on things that lie outside of our control while neglecting the one thing that is always within our power, our own mind. The Stoics understood a simple truth. Control is an illusion. You do not control the economy, the weather, or the actions of others. You do not control whether someone loves you or betrays you. You do not even control when your own body will betray you with sickness or death. But you do control one thing, the way you respond. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Think about it. How much of your suffering comes from the event itself, and how much comes from your reaction to it? A harsh word, a failed opportunity, a sudden loss. These things have no inherent meaning. It is your mind that assigns them weight, and it is within your power to strip them of that weight. Epictetus taught that the only true freedom is found in accepting what we cannot change and focusing only on what we can. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. They trained themselves to view the world objectively, stripping away personal bias, fear, and expectation. They embraced hardship as an opportunity to grow rather than a curse to complain about. If you wish to become unbreakable, you must do the same. Detach from what is not yours to control. Accept what comes, endure what must be endured, and master yourself in the process. Those who rage against fate are already defeated. Those who embrace it become unstoppable. Number 3, kill the weakness in you. There is a side of you that seeks comfort, that clings to excuses, that drowns in self-pity and waits for an easier path. This is the part of you that must die. Weakness is not something to be coddled, it is something to be eradicated. A man who indulges in weakness will always be a prisoner of his desires. He will be ruled by his emotions, unable to withstand hardship, begging for mercy from a world that has none to offer. But a man who destroys his weakness, who starves it, who refuses to give in to its whispers, he becomes untouchable. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca. The Stoics were not born strong, they forged themselves in fire. Cato stood against corruption, even when it meant standing alone. Epictetus, a former slave, was beaten and crippled, yet he never broke. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, lived with discipline, refusing the luxuries that softened weaker men. If you want to transform your mind, you must do the same. You must put yourself in discomfort daily. Stop looking for an easy life, seek strength instead. Wake up early, train your body, push through pain, deny yourself pleasure. Speak less, listen more. Do what is hard, not what is easy. Weakness does not disappear on its own. You must kill it with action. Every time you reject discipline, every time you indulge in laziness or doubt, you feed the weakness inside you. But every time you push forward, every time you silence fear and act with courage, you grow stronger. You do not rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your training. Train yourself for hardship, and nothing in this world will ever break you. Number 4, embrace pain as your greatest teacher. Most people flee from pain. They curse it, avoid it, and complain when it finds them. But what they fail to realize is this: pain is not the enemy, pain is the forge. It is the fire that shapes you, the pressure that carves you into something stronger. A man who has never suffered is fragile. He panics at the first sign of hardship. He crumbles when things do not go his way. But the man who has endured suffering and welcomed it as a teacher, he is unbreakable. He does not fear pain because he knows it serves him. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Epictetus. The Stoics embraced hardship. They sought it out. Seneca practiced poverty, depriving himself of comfort so he would never fear losing it. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome through plague, war, and betrayal, yet he never once allowed suffering to make him bitter. He accepted it, used it, and became stronger because of it. If you wish to change your mind, if you wish to transform your life, you must stop seeing pain as punishment. Instead, see it as a lesson. Every challenge is an opportunity to sharpen your mind. Every setback is a test of your resilience. Every betrayal, every heartbreak, every loss, it is all fuel for your growth. The world does not break strong men, it forges them. The question is, will you endure the fire, or will you let it consume you? Those who embrace suffering, who learn from it instead of running from it, become something greater than they ever imagined. Number 5, live by action, not by words. The world is filled with men who speak of greatness but live in mediocrity. They read, they plan, they dream, but they never act. They confuse knowledge with wisdom and intentions with results. But a mind that is not tested in reality is nothing more than an illusion. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus. The Stoics did not waste time debating theories of virtue. They lived it. They took action when others hesitated. They remained calm in chaos while others panicked. They endured hardship in silence while weaker men complained. They did not preach strength. They became it. The world will not reward you for what you know. It will not respect you for what you say. It will judge you by what you do. Strength is built in the moments when no one is watching, when you wake up early despite exhaustion, when you hold your tongue instead of lashing out, when you keep pushing forward even when everything inside you screams to stop. Your mind will change the moment your actions change. Discipline is not built in a single moment of motivation. It is built in the thousands of decisions you make each day. Stop seeking shortcuts. Stop looking for an easier way. Just act. The more you move, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the less the world can shake you. Become the kind of person who does not need to talk about his strength, because it is seen in everything he does. Number 6, accept death and live without fear. Most people live as if they are immortal. They waste time, postpone dreams, and avoid risks, all because they believe there will always be more time. But time is slipping through your fingers every second. One day, you will take your last breath, and there will be no second chances. The Stoics did not fear death, they accepted it. They meditated on it daily, not to be morbid, but to be reminded of what truly matters. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. Think about this. If you knew today was your last day, how would you live? Would you waste time scrolling mindlessly? Would you let fear stop you from acting? Would you hold back your words, your ambitions, your discipline? Or would you finally take life seriously? Death is not something to fear. It is something to guide you. It is a reminder to stop procrastinating, to stop waiting for permission, to stop being passive. Every moment wasted is a moment you will never get back. You do not have time to be weak. You do not have time to be undisciplined. You do not have time to live for others' approval. If you wish to be unbreakable, you must accept that nothing is permanent, that life is fleeting, that your time is now. The man who understands death does not fear it. He lives fully, acts decisively, and leaves behind a legacy of strength. Conclusion: become unbreakable. Everything you have ever wanted, strength, peace, resilience, exists on the other side of your own mind. The weak part of you will resist this truth. It will cling to comfort, to excuses, to distractions. But that part of you is a lie. A parasite that must be destroyed. The path to transformation is simple, but it is not easy. Master your emotions, or they will master you. Detach from what you cannot control. Kill the weakness inside you before it kills your potential. Embrace pain as your teacher. Live by action, not by words. Accept death, and you will finally live. Most men will never do this. They will remain trapped in their own minds, forever seeking comfort, forever avoiding hardship. But you have a choice. You can walk the Stoic path. You can become the man who does not break, who does not bow, who does not surrender. You can become unshakable. So the question is, will you take control of your mind, or will you let the world control it for you? Your journey to unbreakable strength begins now. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.